So I'm out at Tomolo Falls in Bend, Oregon, and I got here a little late and the sun's starting to hit the falls up there. I've already got a photograph, but I'm not sure it's going to work because those highlights are happening really badly on the falls up there. It's supposed to be like an overcast day, and obviously the sun has popped out, but there's other falls on this trail, and so I'm hoping that those will pan out better. So, like I say, I've already got the shot. It was pretty standard. It was hard to get the look of the water that I wanted because of the how bright everything was. ISO 50 and some other, I was up at f/22 even. But the photo comes out, I'll show it to you right now. So we're going to keep on going up the trail. I know that I've done this trail, it's been a few years, but there's some other really pretty waterfalls. And this is just more of a hiking thing. If I get some nice shots, I do. But I came over to Bend. It's been really rainy in Vancouver. A lot of just pouring down rain. A pineapple express is what they call it. They came through. So my wife and I decided to come over to Bend just to get away from the rain. And it's a lot warmer over here and drier, obviously. So it's more of a hike. And if I can find some good photographs, I'll definitely share it with you. So this is the second waterfall. This is really pretty, double falls, but I'm gonna have to go quick because if you notice, like right there, the sun's starting to hit it, and I don't want that sun to create a big hot spot on the water. So let me get the shot. So yeah, I took minimal camera gear. I didn't bring a big backpack with all my filters and batteries. My other little vlogging cameras already ran out of battery because I didn't check it. So, but since I only have a circular polarizer and I don't have any ND filters, it's bright enough that I'm gonna just have to bracket my shots, and hopefully I can get rid of those hot spots, and hopefully the sun also will move behind a cloud. I'll be able to grab a nice shot. So you can see, like right there, the waterfall's just got a really hot spot on it, and that may not look like much in the video camera, but it's huge when you're trying to do a longer exposure. So that's the part that's hurting me, and then everything down here in the very bottom of the frame is fine. It's all in shadow, and then the shade, it's just that little bitty hot spot, like right there, that's hurting it. Let me try one more right here. But I bracketed my shots, took a look at it. If it comes out, I'll show it to you right now. So I'm not even going to bother to pull a camera out for this waterfall, simply because it's just, with the sun hitting it like that, it's just way too bright, and I'm not going to be able to slow that water flow down to get any kind of look to it. It's just going to be it's going to be a white mess, and especially when you compare it to down here where it's in shade, and then right there it's just getting nailed by the sun. It's absolutely okay to not take a photograph of everything you see that's beautiful. You can just enjoy being outside, you can just enjoy the hike, enjoy the fresh air, enjoy the little bit of snow that's on the ground out here, and how gorgeous all of these waterfalls and the sound of that river that's just rushing by. It's just fantastic. So, you know, enjoying photography is not making it a stressful thing where you feel like you've got to get a shot every time you go. It's about enjoying the process and everything that's involved with it. And this is a great morning. It's a beautiful hike. It's gorgeous weather. It's not too cold. And I'm walking next to some amazing waterfalls. Good morning from Smith Rock State Park. And I am out here right before sunrise. This guy's looking okay. There's a little bit of pinks happening, but I'm waiting for the sun to come up just a little bit more. And there's some photographers here. This is a really well-known place. It's really easy to get to. And so they're kind of in the spot where I would normally want to try to get a big panorama this morning is what I was planning on. But since they're already there, I'm looking for something a little bit different. And I think I've found a little composition that works well with a snake in the river, and there's some nice fog and mist down in the valley. So, really important tip. Whenever you're doing anything weird with your camera, like if you've got bracketing turned on, automatic bracketing, or some kind of really long exposure or whatever, always set it back to normal settings. So like if you're shooting at a crazy high ISO or whatever, I forgot that I had my auto bracketing on, and so when I took my very first shot thinking it was going to be just a 2-second timer, it became like a 2-minute ordeal because it's so dark out here that it's trying to do 5 exposures all to stop apart, and it's taken forever. It's literally a minute and a half worth of waiting for this camera to do the thing. So always set your camera back to, you know, regular settings that you use all the time so that doesn't happen. So the composition is pretty basic. I think it might work. I've got a shrub right here in my foreground. You can see right in front of the lens, very, very close. I'm having to focus stack even at f/16. And then I've got a couple rocks. Then I've got the river that goes down. It snakes to the right. I've got some really nice mist that's moving in and out of, you know, of the frame as the wind blows. A little bit of pink in the sky, and then I've got those incredible granite, those spires that just come up in the back. It's just gorgeous. It's really, really nice. Some nice big evergreens down there in the around the river banks. So I'm going to get a couple of shots. So this is more about what it looks like. I think that's awful pretty. So when you focus stacking, you want to make sure you get enough shots to get everything. And so I'm usually going to do like 3, depending on the circumstances, but usually it's going to be 3 shots. Focus very close to your lens to make sure you get your foreground sharp, and then you're going to focus about 1/3 of the way, and then pretty much infinity. And then that between those 3, everything else is going to come right into, it'll just lay right in with no problem. So if this shot comes out, you'll see it right now. Shot this morning, and then my wife and I decided just to go on a short hike, and I went on a trail that I hadn't been on before, just kind of a scouting thing. I didn't even bring a tripod. I took a few photographs, and if they come out, I'll definitely show them to you at the end of the video. but handheld. And there was some really pretty light happening on some of the spires that are in the north end of the canyon. And it's just gorgeous. It's stunning. There's all these ponderosa pines around. They still got their green. And then there's some reds and yellows that are happening in some of the reeds and stuff that are really, really pretty. And then you've got these giant spires with the blue sky, and the orange rock is just fantastic. So that's all from Smith Rock State Park. Headed back to the van, then we're headed back to Vancouver. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Before I go, here are all the photos I captured this morning at Smith Rock State Park. Thanks for watching. See you next time.